Welcome to Comicazi Videodrome. That's Miracle Max.
That's Comicazi Mike, and we're here to talk to you about the comics you could be reading. New, old, graphic novels.
By Crom, let's get started. So, The Savage Hulk is this really fun title Marvel's putting out that it's like Hulk team-up in my mind. It's untold tales of like Silver Age Hulk.
That's cool. That's awesome. I love books like that because you can just pick up an issue and enjoy it for what it is, and you're not going to get a bunch of references to other stuff you have to buy. You can just enjoy.
Yeah, you don't even need to be like a long-time readers like us in knowing the time period that this, like these Savage Hulk stories take place in, because everything you need to know is right there in that story.
That's what I love about comic books, and Marvel comics especially. They write them as if they're perfect for people who have been reading Marvel comics their whole life, and they're perfect for people who this is their first Marvel comic.
Yes.
They go out of their way to write comics like that. That's why, I'm never afraid to pick up a comic book when it's on issue 4 or whatever. I did high school English. I think I can handle issue 4 of Savage Hulk and know exactly what's going on.
Your Batman deductive reasoning powers help you?
Yeah, Hulk's green, he's angry, whether or not he's wearing purple pants.
Sometimes he's gray and wears a suit.
Exactly, but I mean, either way, Hulk is just one of those erratic characters. And a book like this is perfect for a character like the Hulk because he's going to have a different reaction to other characters. Captain America, he's going to try his best to get along with everybody. Hulk, not so much, and a little thing might set him off, which makes, Spider-Man, a little worried,
That's why I think Hulk's a great team-up character.
Yes.
Everybody likes the Hulk, be it, their entryway is from the TV show in the 70s. That's how a lot of people know the Hulk.
Yeah.
And just the comics, and just my favorite version of the Hulk is, the Hulk smash, the childlike Hulk.
I like bully Hulk, you know what I mean? The
Joe
Hulk.
Fix-It?
Joe Fix-It, but this sort of that character who's just, we got volume 1 of the Marvel Masterworks. And Hulk's first appearance, when Bruce Banner is really demure character, Hulk is sort of this overt bully who just like...
He is.
One of my favorite panels, he just shows up and he just smacks Rick Jones out of the way, and he's like, out of my way.
And he's got a cool cunning about him, too.
Yes.
Like an animal cunning.
Yeah.
Whereas the more popular version of him, like, they've dumbed him down, made him childlike, he throws tantrums a lot, and he just wants to be left alone, yet accepted.
Yeah.
But I like that version of him, because he, like a child, he reacts differently to the person he's interacting with, like you pointed out. Like Captain America would have more of a calming influence on him, and Spidey is aggravating, and then like my favorite Hulk team up is always with the Thing.
That's great, and they're one of those early interactions in the Marvel universe. They're an early crossover. What issue? Issue 9, the Fantastic Four meet the Hulk.
12.
Issue 12. Sorry. That's a really cool comic book because it's one of the first instances of the Marvel universe being a shared universe of all their characters.
Yes.
And the Thing is right there front and center, and they have an awesome knockdown brawl.
Thing Hulk fights and clashes are the best.
Yeah.
And Max and I can tell you all kinds of great stuff if you come in the shop for Hulk Thing fights, but one I will highly recommend is the Big Change graphic novel.
Yeah, Jim Starlin.
That is brilliant. He's so good.
That era of Marvel graphic novels is super fun. I have a large collection of them myself, and Hulk and Thing is
You should get it before Tomikaze gets it.
Oh, yes. That guy, he'll buy anything. He will buy anything. Speaking of Tomikaze...
And buying anything.
Check out Renee and Tresha. They're going to tell you about our subscriptions.
Hi, I'm Tresha.
And I'm Renee.
And at Comicazi, supporting your local comic shop means discounts for you.
Did you know that by subscribing to just one title, you are granted a 10% discount on all new comics and graphic novels?
We only ask that you stop by once a month to pick up your discounted titles.
We also offer excellent mail order subscriptions that are delivered right to your front door with free shipping included.
So support your local comic shop in a meaningful way.
Become a Comicazi subscriber today.
Lots of good stuff coming your way. Remember, we got a Marvel book, a DC book, an independent book, and an all ages title.
That includes you.
Yes, all ages. Why don't you start us off, Mike? What do we got in front of you?
Well, if you want to know who killed Retro Girl, you should probably read Powers.
Very cool. Brian Michael Bendis really excels at sort of that Aaron Sorkin, quick dialogue type of story, and this is definitely...
I would go more David Mamet.
Sure, whatever. Sure. One of those guys with lots of talkie. But Powers takes place in a superhero universe of his own design, and it sort of does the Gotham Central thing of it's a story at a police precinct. How do you deal with a superpowered murder, and it's really fun.
Lest we forget, a big part of Powers' popularity and success is the art by Michael Avon Oeming.
Yeah, he's the man. It's very cartoony, but the story is usually just very dark, very.
Yeah, if you can strike that cool balance of like cartoony art and dark tone, it works.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't always work, but in Powers' case, it really does.
Yeah.
And I would say we should also talk about one of the best Alex Ross stories there is.
Yes, Mark Waid and Alex Ross did Kingdom Come, and I remember seeing Kingdom Come when I was a kid and just being like, whoa, what is that? It's beautifully painted.
It was like church.
Yeah, it was epic. And it has all these really interesting... it takes place in the DC Universe's future. It's very much a commentary on sort of the plethora of characters coming out in the 90s and sort of their ambiguous morality. And this is sort of Superman stepping back into this universe and saying, like, hey, let the adults handle things. And you kind of find out in this story that Superman's not always right, which is interesting. And you don't really think about that in a story where they're going to portray them so epically, but they do it. There's awesome little Easter eggs to the whole DC universe.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Alex Ross and Mark Waid's Kingdom Come. At the same time, check out Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross's love letter to Silver Age Marvel Comics.
Alex Ross's other great work, I think.
Yeah, I really like Marvels. Marvels, again, it's one of those books that really got to me as a kid because you're looking at these really epic interpretations of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, where this came before Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
But whereas Kingdom Come is that epic
future
story that Miracle Max talked about, this is a look back to Marvel's past, but through the eye of a reporter.
Yeah.
He's a photographer.
Yeah.
And he takes these pictures of the marvels that keep showing up in the universe.
Each issue is very specifically a different era, right?
Yes, a different era. It ends with the death of Gwen Stacy, which in our time was the early 70s, so it's pretty much from... It starts in like Golden Age Marvel and it goes right up to there.
One of my favorite little Easter eggs in there, his newspaper boy is Danny Ketch, who later has the awful fate of becoming Ghost Rider, but you can see him as a newspaper boy.
Speaking of non-awful,
we've
got our all-ages selection of Nausicaa.
Nausicaa of the Valley of Wind is really cool. It's by Hayao Miyazaki, who you will know... Shut up. Shut the hell up. It is... he's the director and the animator of Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. He's the Japanese Walt Disney, even though he's way, way, way cooler than Walt Disney could ever imagine he would be.
Walt Disney's pretty cool.
Whatever. He's no Hayao Miyazaki. Because Nausicaa is really fun. It takes place... It's very much a sort of like techno-fantasy, but it's a character. She's essentially fighting against the forces of pollution and corruption of the natural world. It's very
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's high fantasy, but really, really unique and well-arted. I made up that word.
Yeah, you did.
Just for you,
To find out about more made-up words by Miracle Max, and sometimes myself, you can go to the Comicazi YouTube channel and subscribe to see more of the countdown and those funny words right here.
Funny word. Subscriptonauts. That's what they are. So Videodrome is filmed at Comicazi in Somerville, Massachusetts, and we got awesome stuff. We got new toys, new comics, old comics, subscriptions, an awesome eBay store. check us out. We are the best comic book store on the East Coast, bar none.